Check out the Male Advantage paperback, ebook, and audiobook using the links below. Okay guys, welcome back to another video. It's a video I've wanted to really make for a long while, and it refers to the hypermasculine character, which you guys love, and I'm currently building my hypermasculine character, and I'm very close now. I've got like 2 or 3 final things I want to put in place, and it's all going to be there, so you know that's very good. And I'll explain to you one day how I did it all and what I chose to do and whatnot and how I built that. It's almost, for those of you who don't know, it's like Conor McGregor went from some wimpy little kids who was shy on camera to the tattooed guy wearing Gucci mink, you know, how he evolved that and came up with like the stronger accent. Like, he really emphasized certain things, right? And it's along those lines. Now, the most important factor here is the hypermasculine character mindset. It's very tough to get to grips with. And a lot of us have had this thing embedded in our head when we were younger because we were nobody. It's very difficult. When you're a nobody, when you don't really have that respect, you don't have the frame and whatnot, it's very hard to be confident. You don't have points on the board, as I've always told you guys, right? So what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to walk down the street with some shades on and like strut about in a Gucci mink coat. No, because what you're going to get is shit. A lot of guys are going to try and beat you up. A lot of guys are going to give you shit. You don't really feel like you deserve it at that point. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. It just doesn't feel right. And then you don't feel confident. It's like, for example, in my life, I grew up in a small town, a place called Stroud. And I just call, like if I wore a nice jacket or something like that, it was like, fuck's wrong with you? Are you gay? All this shit, right? Who the fuck do you think you are? Like if I wore sunglasses or whatever, my dad used to be like, he changed who he was moving forward as well. Like he really evolved who he was as a character when he got out of that town. But he'd say to me, he'd be like, take the fucking glasses off, you look like a prick, right? So it's like that proper masculine influence. Or I'd turn up at a football match and I remember I put deodorant on once before a football match. He was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, he was that sort of guy who's just like, no, turn up stinking, like, get stuck in, like, start smashing people around. So I always had this, like, old school mentality, like, men don't wear pink. Men can't use umbrellas. That sort of thing. And as I've, like, gotten older, I've, like, changed my mentality. And I was walking down the road the other day and I put my shades on. And I was like, who gives a fuck? Do you know what I mean? If people are driving past and they're like, look at this twat. Truth be told, though, they're not. Like, most people are just like, damn, that guy looks cool. Like, I used to do this at the gym. I used to go to the gym to film, like, videos and stuff, like fitness videos. And I always thought, like, everyone's probably thinking, who's this knob? Who does he think he is? He's not even in good shape and stuff like that. And then people would come up to you and be like, what do you do? Oh, it's amazing. I wish I had your confidence. So there's 2 different mindsets. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like, it's 2 different worlds. What goes on in here and what goes on in the real world, 2 different things. So what every man needs to do is like create that hypermasculine character mentality where and I've said this to you guys before, when it comes to body language, you've got to be willing to do it. Like, you've got to be brave enough to do it. Or you've got to be brave enough to sit somewhere with your arms out like that and your legs wide and just like relaxed and just bringing the whole world in. A lot of guys just don't have the balls to do it because it's like it brings attention to you. You have a confident walk, people are going to look at you. You sit there in a chair like that with your arms stretched out, you're taking up space, people are going to notice you. Like, have you got the balls to do it? Hypermasculine character, if you put on like a real nice outfit, really nice shoes, whatever, you put your shades on and you're walking down the street and you look like a fucking celebrity, can you deal with that? Do you know what I mean? Can you deal with the extra pressure, whatever? Are you legit? Is it a front? Is it a cover? Or is like, do you believe you belong in that manner? Because people will find you out and they'll try to find you out. Girls will test you, whatever. There's a hypermasculine character mentality you need to have. Now, how do you get that? Oh, I'm just a hypermasculine. No, look, there's a part of like limiting beliefs that you need to get over. Like when I was young, my dad was like, you look like a cunt, take that off. He changed over time. I've changed. You know what I mean? Like, I've evolved now to be like, I do whatever the fuck I want and I think I look good doing it. Like, I know I look good doing it, so I'm going to do it. Like, that's what I want to do. I feel good. I'm going to do it. There's part of that. But number 2, you've got to put points on the board because you've got to be legit. Okay? Conor McGregor was only able to say the shit that he did, wear the shades, the Gucci mink, because he was knocking everybody out at the time. He was the double champ. The double champ does what the fuck he wants. Well, yeah, he does. He does. Do you know what I mean? What you're going to do? Okay, so it's like you kind of need the backing. You know, if you've got in the gym and you've built up this amazing frame and you have been doing like jiu-jitsu and kickboxing and boxing classes for the last like 3-4 years, you've earned yourself like, you got 200k in the bank or something like that, you got some nice clothes on, yeah, you're going to strut differently. You're going to be like, yeah, I fucking deserve to wear this shit. I've proved myself. I've done this. I've done that. Whatever. I'm like, I know I can just, like, if somebody calls me a twat, whatever, I know I've got the backing to take that guy out. And you're going to move with a different aura. So you need to put that in place first, okay, guys, to achieve that hyper-masculine character kind of mentality. Well, that's to get the hyper-masculine character mentality, but you need that to become the hyper-masculine character. Otherwise, it's like, you go and get the tattoos, you go and get the outfits, you go and get like the shades and whatever, and you go and get like the crazy haircut, like all these superstars do. Like Paul Pogba, the footballer, is a prime example. He's a very good player, but he never plays well. And everyone's always like, oh, his fucking haircuts. He thinks he's better than what he is. If you're not backing it up, it's hard to do. Like Cantona, the footballer, boom, you just pop the collar up, stand there like that. Like proud as a peacock. Oh, he's an arrogant cunt. He's cocky. He's this, he's that, whatever. Then he'd just chip your keeper. Then he'd just smash one top corner. He'd skin 2 people in school. Same with Cristiano Ronaldo. People hate him, but it's just like, fuck, he's good, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Look at him with his fake teeth, his fake tan. Look at him getting his shirt off and doing a little peck dance. It's like, yeah, but he just scored a hat-trick. He is fucking amazing. So it's like, you do have to have an element of putting points on the board first, okay? And that will change your mentality. You'll be like, I deserve this. I can dress a certain way. I can walk a certain way. You'll have an aura about you. It's like, to achieve the hyper-masculine character, you first need to put some points on the board. You can't just tomorrow be like, I'm going to buy Gucci everything and strut out like I'm a boss. And it's like, yeah, but if you go up to the bar and your card declines, it doesn't really fit the image, does it? Do you know what I mean? So there's some work that needs to be done behind the scenes, but that's a big part of it, that hyper-masculine character mentality. You know, the limiting beliefs when you were young and people are like, who do you think you are? That doesn't suit you. You got to get past that, because at a certain point it will suit you. You are a somebody. You've got to reach that level, right? But that's been a big thing for me, like embracing it and being like, I will wear that risky outfit. I will strut with confidence because I believe in myself. You know, I will do something out of the norm. I will like push the boundaries here. I'm walking along and I know that like 10 people from that bar, 10 people from that restaurant are looking my way as I walk past when I'm wearing a tank top going to the gym. I know that girl's looking at me stood next to her boyfriend. I know the boyfriend's also looking. It's like, can you embrace that? Like 22 people looking at you at the same time. It's a random number. But can you like deal with that pressure and like walk through, strut through and think, yeah, it was just normal. It's just my life. Do you know what I mean? Can you deal with every shop you go into, the girl behind the till flirts with you? It's like, you got to embrace a kind of lifestyle. People expect a certain character from you. They expect you to be a certain way when you reach a certain level. You look a certain way. And you got to embrace that. You got to embrace that hyper-masculine character mindset. I think before you guys try and achieve the hyper-masculine character, you got to get that mindset right, okay? And that's the 2 ways to do it. That's how I did it. And it feels nice once you know, like Drake said, I'll fuck this up because I always fuck up quotes on the first try. You know it's real when you are who you think you are. I think I got it first time. That's how I feel now. I'm like, I know I'm there. I know I've done everything I set out to do. Like, I know I'm a guy who deserves to wear 250-pound shoes. Like, yeah, it's fine. I've got my shades on. Yeah, I deserve to wear them. I can be a little bit brash. I've earned that right. I've had fights. I know I'm good at this shit. I can be a little bit, you know, a little bit chip on your shoulder. I can be a little bit brave. I can walk along with my shoulders up and out. I know I can protect myself. I know I'm in the prime of my life. I've hit the male advantage. I've done the hard work. Like this, there's some confirmations there that have cemented my mindset. So that's what you need to do, guys, okay, to become that hyper-masculine character. You need to get your mindset right. Check out the Male Advantage paperback, ebook, and audiobook using the links below.